Yeah, I know. Most of my critics fail to understand when I say this, that I offer an unapologetic, honest opinion about things that are going on in my community, the government, and of course the corrupt mainstream media. The friends that support me, the subscribers who subscribe to my videos, and the people who supported my videos. Usually I say thank you, because without your support, I wouldn't be doing this. Now, I want to cover three things, and I'm going to break it up piece by piece. First things first, we're going to talk about President Obama's third year. As you know, he did the State of the Union address. This is one of the things that the president normally does in front of Congress. With now the Republicans controlling the House of Representatives, my Congressman John Boehner will now be the House Speaker. And with that being said, the Republicans have the strong control of what's going on with the House of Representatives. They just recently repealed health care reform. Well, in a symbolic fashion, of course. President Obama is urging for the Democrats and Republicans to work together. In the wake of the shooting in Tucson, which injured Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, President Obama is urging his base and the conservatives, the Republicans and the Democrats to get along. For the sake of our country, please get along. He encouraged that we need to focus on jobs in America, bring the jobs back to our country, focus on things that will help our country improve, education that will help our children see brighter days, which will be a better future for them and their children. And for President Obama, he wants to advance in green technology, energy that is from solar, wind, water, coal, nuclear. He's willing to compromise with the Republicans on that. Of course, with the Republicans, they're upset with the tax code and also taxing the oil companies. When the president had spoke his State of the Union address, I got the opportunity to listen to it on NPR. I got the opportunity to hear the president speak his mind about what he feels the nation should be going into when he's running the country as it is right now. The economy is improving. Jobs are slowly but surely coming back, and many people are willing to now go out there and look for a better job. My thing here is, as my opinion is folded, as with many others who agree with it, the president is doing his best. He's not doing enough to help the economy, but he's doing enough to help stabilize what's going on. GM, Chrysler have given back all the money that the government gave them. The banks have given back all the money that Bush had gave when he passed the TARP plan, and the economy's over, at least in the Dow, over 11,000 K. Right now there's a slow housing market and there are slow growth in pretty much the job market. Still, it's going to take time. We'll get back together. But as with the State of the Union, the president lays out his agenda, and he hopes that the Republican House of Representatives and the Democratic-controlled Senate will try to work together to pass bills for the better of us all. So once again, I just want to say that off. Now the number two issue, Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann was the host of Countdown. In an unsurprising move, the liberal commentator decided to hang up the gloves. He shocked the liberal base. I mean, Air America's gone, President Obama's moving to the middle, and Keith Olbermann. What more can liberals ask for? Liberals are really agitated with the president over certain things, which includes the DOMA. Gay rights activists want the Defense of Marriage Act repealed. He got them Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which now includes the military now accepting gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender. But it's not enough for the gay, lesbian, bisexual community. The black community. He wants to do more for the black community, but the black community is not doing enough for President Obama. By showing the weak showing in 2010, the black community is not listening. As I begin, I say this with Keith Olbermann. As a big progressive voice out there, many people flock to his show, and then they go to Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell, Chris Matthews, Ed Schultz. They were powerful voices on MSNBC, the liberal-leaning network. They practically beat CNN, the nation's first cable news network. They're behind Fox News, the conservative-leaning network. But the thing here is that MSNBC was an outlet for those who got tired of the CNN rhetorical questions about what's going on. They got tired of the O'Reillys, the Hannitys, the Becks. They just decided, well, MSNBC leans forward. We got views that we can agree to. We'll go look at Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann was a hard-hitting liberal. He never cared about anything but the facts, and he tried his best not to get too political. But unfortunately, like with Bill O'Reilly, Keith Olbermann had vendettas too. As he departs from MSNBC, he leaves a big hole in that network. I guess it's due to the NBC-Comcast merger or the fact that Keith Olbermann was getting tired of the network itself. Maybe I wish him well, I wish him well like I did with every other commentator. Dr. Laura's back on XM, even though she had that controversy with the N-word. Keith Olbermann, I wish you well on your journeys, man, and I hope everything goes well for you in the future. The third thing is the Tea Party caucus. As the Republicans delivered their response, Congressman Paul Ryan of Wisconsin delivered the usual tactic. He wants to make sure that the president balances the budget. He wants the Republicans to at least work with the president on trying to get things accomplished. He didn't mention much about repealing healthcare reform, but that was a priority that the Republicans want. They're going to find ways to repeal healthcare reform, even though Republicans had ideas that might benefit in the coming future when it comes to healthcare reform. But the president was willing to work with them on it. Paul Ryan is the budget director. Well, he's the chairman of the budget committee, and he is a rising star in the Republican movement. But the thing here is that Paul Ryan wants to have a stable economy. He wants the president and the Democrats to help the Republicans move forward and not try to go back to what they had done by not having the Republicans listen in on some of the things the Democrats wanted. Even though the Democrats were trying their best to pass this stuff, the Republicans had their hands crossed and they weren't going to do anything but shake their head and say no. As Paul Ryan tries to deliver it the best he could, I found no interest in it personally because he was just doing what likely Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann will do in the Tea Party response, and that will be in the last thing. But the thing here is that Paul Ryan really wants to work with the president. He's willing to do it. Congressman Paul Ryan, I wish you well. Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, on the other hand, is an idiot. Besides the fact that she is unofficially the GOP voice, she is the member of the Tea Party movement. She claims that she's trying to run for president. Ugh. Congresswoman Bachmann from Minnesota is very controversial. She is qualified as the most uninformed politician out there. I think she's doing it for political gains, but unfortunately, as I say it best, that Congresswoman Bachmann is an idiot. She's no different than Sarah Palin when it comes to a misstep. Her Tea Party response was full of the same narratives that I hear from conservatives who post comments on the bottom of my page. I am fed up with conservatives using the same old mantra. Come up with some better ideas. Quit saying I need a job. Quit saying I'm on welfare. Quit the bullshit. Focus on real issues and stop trying to demonize President Obama with the same old talking points you got from Rush Limbaugh. As I conclude, I just want to say that we're Americans, regardless of Democrat, Republican, Independent. We're here to serve our purposes. On YouTube, I get the chance to express my opinion, and whether you agree with it or not, I appreciate you watching.